This is a mid-century modern house, and you can see the trim detail is really non-existent. It really looks really simple to do, but it's not. It takes some of the stress off of the carpenter when he has to do the trim, because normally you'd put a casing on here like this.
Okay.
So we're putting some of the trim detail on the plasterer. They have to be more exact with the trim that goes around it, and we've done it on all the doors and windows. On the baseboard, you see in houses, you take a piece of baseboard and you'd put it up against the wall.
Yeah.
And you nail it off. But we don't want that detail here. We want the baseboard to end up flush with the wall surface also, so we have to fit it in between this little groove. The plasterer has already put the molding, the metal molding that they've plastered to. We want to fit that in between that. We want to make the transition between the wood and the plaster. We want to put a little bit of a rabbit cut in there, or some people would call it a dado, but that's just to give it a little bit of a line so that you can see the difference.
Okay.
But also, by putting it in here, we have to allow for the different expansion and contraction from the wood and the wall. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of wood. So we're going to cut this little detail right here on the top of our molding with a router.
Okay.
And that's called a rabbet. All right, now here's a piece of baseboard right here that's going to insert into that place. So what I've done is I've held this down there, and I know that I have to scribe this line right off right here, removing this wood. To do that, I'm going to use my plane. Now when using a plane, I want to run with the grain and not into the grain.
Okay.
So I can see that the grain dives down like that. So if I took the plane and I went into the grain the wrong way, it wants to dig in, and that could actually chip off a piece. So I take the plane, I turn it around, and now I'm going with the grain. So I'm going to hold my plane on an angle like that. I'm going to shave it so I take more off of the bottom, creating a slight bevel, bring it right down to the line.
Why is that?
And I'll show you why right now. Also, you notice how I placed the plane when I left?
Yeah.
I put it on its side. Don't get in the habit of using the plane and then dropping it down like that. This leading edge is so sharp and so thin that you could hit something and blunt it or make it dull. So to get the life out of the plane that you want, get in the habit of doing that.
Side. Got it.
Okay, now we're ready to cut the rabbet across the top of our baseboard. And to do that, we're going to use a rabbeting bit right here in our router. So the rabbeting bit has a bearing, and it cuts a ½ inch deep if we want to go all the way. We control the depth of the way it cuts this way with this bearing right here, and we can change that by changing the size of the bearing.
Okay.
Okay? In this case, I only want to cut a rabbet about 1/4 by maybe 3/16 of an inch. And I can control that with the depth and by the bearing.
Got it.
The bearing is going to control it this way, and the depth is going to control it that way.
So how do you know what depth to set the stop at?
All right, so what I do is I would take the router and I would take a block of wood like this and hold it on the plate, slide it over so the wood touches the bearing, and push down until it stops. Now I'm going to lock the router in. What that does is that sets the top of that bit right there flush with the base of my router.
Okay.
Now I want to control the depth that it makes the cut. I'm going to use this spacer right here, and I'm going to hit one of these detents. It doesn't matter which one, but we'll use that one. And I've cut a filler that's 3/16 of an inch.
Which is the size that we want it to plunge into the wood?
Exactly.
Okay.
So now I hold it right here against the stop, and I push this down, hold it firm, not too tight, lock it in. Now when I take that out, I've created a gap that's 3/16 of an inch. Now when I loosen up the router again, I push down that 3/16, and that's the depth of my cut. Okay? All right, so you ready to do some routing?
Yes.
I'm going to show you first why we didn't cut the board to length yet.
Okay.
Now, you're going to take the router, you're going to make sure that it's loose, you're going to push down till it stops, and you're going to lock it in.
Okay.
You're going to keep 2 hands on the router. You're going to push down here because you don't want the router to fall off.
Okay.
All right? So take the router. There's your trigger, on, off. And I'm going to have you, you're going to stand like this. You're going to push it like that.
Okay.
Okay? You can start about halfway and run it down. Now, keep it away from, yeah. Take it off the plunge. All right, now start it up. Don't plunge it, don't plunge it. Start it up, lock it in. Now bring it out gently. Make sure you keep pressure down here to keep the router base flush. Now we'll look at the cutter. Bring it down, push down, all the way till it stops. Now lock it in tight because you don't want it to come back up. Now you're going to gently, the router base flush, and right along. Push it. Right along, gently push in. Push it right along. Okay, so you see how you made that little cut right there?
Yeah.
If we had cut this board to length, you'd
Oh,
see that on the
okay.
face. All right, so we need that extra material to run the bearing on.
Got it.
First thing I want to do is I want to square one end so we can mark our length. Square, take it over to the wall, and we're going to mark our length. Take the square end and put it against the jamb on that side, and then mark the length on this side. All right, let's see how it fits. Put it into the opening. All right, now before I nail it off, I want to sand it all and then put it back into place.
Looks great.
All right, and that's the detail we're looking for.
Thanks for watching. This Old House has got a video for just about every home improvement project, so be sure to check out the others. And if you like what you see, click on the subscribe button to make sure that you get our newest videos right in your feed.